Welcome back to the Game Time Gazette. This is your host, Isaiah Aneni. I just did the LeBron James, silencer hybrid. I'm excited, though. I'm excited to join you guys on another day here on the Game Time Gazette. I love you guys. Hope you love me too. I mean, why else would you be listening to this stupid podcast? Alrighty. So, NBA news. Jontay Porter update on what's been happening with the Jontay Porter situation. If you guys don't know, Jontay Porter, the younger brother of Michael Porter Jr., was... I'm not going to say caught because I have a theory on this. So he was suspected gambling, just suspended. He was removed from the Toronto Raptors lineup ahead of the Monday game against Brooklyn Nets. The NBA released, statements stating that they have, they got flagged for an incident on January and a separate incident on March where Jontay Porter's unders, for all his unders, were highly bet, the best bet of the day, or the most profitable bet of the day. And, there was requests to get 10,000, 20,000 bets in for that specific Jontay, or all the Jontay Porter unders, right? So obviously NBA receives this news and they believe, or not believe, but they obviously, as a sports league, any reputable business would do, they conduct their investigation. Not just take it as the word FanDuel and not just not do anything. They conduct an investigation, and that's what they're currently doing. Last night, Michael Porter Jr., the brother of Jontay Porter, comes out and he says, I know what you guys, these are quote unquote, I know what you guys know. Porter Jr. said after the Nuggets Wednesday loss against the Phoenix Suns, I know Jontay loves the game of basketball. He's been really excited to play with the Raptors. So I know just as much as you guys know at this point. I have known my brother my whole life. I know what type of dude he is. I know he's excited to play basketball and highly doubt that he would do anything to put that in jeopardy. Yeah, so he didn't tell us anything new. He doesn't know anything. Michael Porter Jr., even if he did, he probably wouldn't tell us, right? But my twos on it were, okay, one, Jontay Porter, a two-way player that could very easily be dropped by the. Let me even check the procedure. I don't need to check the procedure to drop the player in the NBA. We all know very easily be dropped for allegations like this or even less. And the Raptors just pick somebody else up from the J League or something. But him not being dropped by the Toronto Raptors up until this point shows me that, one, the Toronto Raptors believe in what he's saying. They believe that he wasn't betting. They believe that, this is actually just a mere coincidence, which it actually can be, regardless of what we're hearing on all the sports media, regardless of what we're hearing, on everything, regardless of what opinion that you may have on Jontay Porter. It could all just be conjecture for real. Because honestly, like, you're thinking about it and it's like, why would you bet an over on Jontay Porter's props? He's a two-way player. He's on a tanking team. And when he's on the floor, you see him on the floor for 5 minutes and then he's off for the rest of the game. And that's even before all the suspected. I mean, I guess it was, maybe it was after the suspected thing, but that's when I was introduced to Jontay Porter. I feel like his first game, I don't know if he was versing the Nuggets. I don't know what team he was versing. I don't remember the team he was versing when I first seen Jontay Porter. But he played like 5-6 minutes and sat. So are we going to say that and it wasn't sad that it was like, he was on the bench, like you could see him on the bench and you could see that it was Darko that took him out. So like, are we going to say that every single game he was rigging his own lines? Maybe. Hey, maybe it's a player that, saying, hey, I'm not good enough. I'm not going to be in the, that's not true too, man. It's just hard to believe that as well because the Raptors, he started as a 10-day contract, like he was on a 10-day contract. Converted his 10-day contract into a two-way contract. We're talking guaranteed money, regardless of if you think the amount is big or small. $429,000 guaranteed for this year is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, and he was receiving that. And it's not just for this year. I mean, he had a contract, 2-year contract with the Toronto Raptors. That's guaranteed money for next year as well. So for me, just looking at all the factors, and the Toronto Raptors have not dropped him from the team. We are a tanking team. I mean, the only players that we wouldn't, there's obviously a few players that we wouldn't drop right now. You could just think of who they are. Jontay Porter falls under the players that are, on the radar of being dropped. Like just off the prospect of, okay, well, go get another guy. Or just off the prospect of, free roster spot filled up or something. Just off the prospect of, okay, cool, we'll count our losses and move on. We don't need this drama. The Toronto Raptors didn't do any of that. That's an indication to me. Hey, it might be nothing. End of the day, it might be that this guy was the scum of the earth, betting all on the under on his props, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But end of the day, it might just be, the computer, whatever computer the NBA had set up to, flag these offenses. It might just be that computer doing its job and saying, hey, this player that never gets bet on, somebody's trying to bet 20,000 on it. And maybe that's somebody that was trying to bet 20,000 on it was somebody that's coming, hey, Jontay Porter ain't going off tonight. And they were correct. He was injured, this and that. And it could actually be a coincidence like that. I'm not going to lie. As crazy as it sounds, it doesn't even sound crazy to me, but as out of this world as it would sound to some of you people that it could actually just be that whoever was trying to bet 10, 20 grand on Jontay Porter's unders just thought he was ass. They just thought he was garbage. Even if he did play the full game, their 10, 20 grand would be a winning bet. And I believe, I mean, why would you tell me that, because he scored 12 points in one game? No, he is a good, I'm not trying to diss Jontay Porter's abilities, basketball abilities, because I've come on the Game Time Gazette and I said, I like him for backup center spot. Love him for the Raptors. I love him. But I'm saying these things because it's people say it oh my God, they tried. Even I said it. Oh my God, he got $10,000 under bet, $20,000 under bet, unusually big amount of under bets. But realistically though, especially because of the information given out already, realistically, if he was, even if the Raptors came, oh yeah, he did this, he would be dropped. Raptors don't need this type of drama. They don't need it, bro. We got enough. We got enough on the internet saying that our players don't have enough effort, this and that. Our tanking is the worst tanking ever. We're the Pistons 2.0. We got enough. We got enough. I know Bobby and Masai are reading all, we got enough. So, what it tells me is that Jontay Porter, more likely than not, this is all a coincidence. And it's a bad coincidence on his part, where it's it would suck for anybody, man. And it's he comes back and then, there'll be those few trolls on the internet being like, hey, hopefully this guy didn't bet on his props, stupid things like that, bro. At the end of the day, though, I really, truly do believe we got to get more information. But with the information that we've gotten, nothing conclusive saying Jontay Porter bet on himself. Even with the stocks, that we on Twitter and Discord, because Jontay Porter got a Discord and his brother got a Discord. I guess they give out stocks and give out their own options, things like that. And give out their own, what do they call it? Trades? They're traders, right? Things like that. Even those, somebody paid the $50 to join the premium channel. I mean, the speculation is so rude on him that it's even his stock Discord is being watched hey, man, he's giving out bets on himself. No, he was giving out stock. Somebody paid $50, got into the premium. There was no bets on himself. Discord isn't something you can go back and delete. I might be wrong, but I'm trying to make a betting group for the Game Time Gazette, so I think I'm correct on that. I'm not going to lie, but hey, man, end of the day, true or not true, you got to get more information before you get, just get innocent till proven guilty. It got to apply to it, man. Got to apply to it. And that's a big reason to why, I see the Raptors not drop him. I come, okay, I believe him too. That's all I got to say. What do I know? What do you know more than Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster of the Toronto Raptors? The literal heads of the organization, bro. The ones that have to know these information. The one Adam Silver would be like, yeah, he bet. You know what I'm saying? Adam Silver's probably saying, hey, no, we got to do this and this and this because it's a procedure. Can't just gloss over it and say, oh, you didn't bet. Nah, like, you left the games. So we got to check these out and see if you did, and they did not. And that's just good business by the NBA, honestly, on their part. Today, though, we got the MLB opening day. I don't know why I made it so dramatic and so MLB. But MLB opening day is today. It's actually opening up in an hour or so. And yeah, let's preview the season. Let's preview the MLB season right now. Because I was going to give just picks out for today, this and that. But, like, why are we going to just give out picks for today? Like, let's preview the MLB season. Let me pull it up here. Preview the MLB and then with me. Why'd I do that? For 24. Yeah, so MLB. Yeah. So obviously we know all the things about Shohei Ohtani. That whole thing with the Dodgers. Dodgers played. They just paid a guy some amount of money. Let me search up who he was. Dodgers. LA Dodgers. He just paid. Oh, man. Why does it do that? It goes straight to the. Sorry about this. But yeah, they just paid. The Dodgers just paid a guy an absurd amount of money. $140 million. Will Smith, the catcher, $140 million deal for 10 years. We know that salary cap don't exist in baseball. Hard cap does, though. Baseball owners don't care, especially, I forgot his name. What's his name? Owns Chelsea as well, though. Guy has bread. Guy has bread, and he likes to spend on sports, which I respect a lot, on a thing where it's like, you're going to make your money. It's like he will make his money back if Shohei and these boys win. This $1.4 billion that he's spending on 5 key players will be won back. I want to kind of like sit back. That's why I kind of came like here. But yeah, this $1.4 billion that he's spending on these players will be brought back to him. I want to see his name. He owns Chelsea too. LA Dodgers owner. Mark Walter. No, Todd Bowley. Oh yeah, there's a lot of, obviously it's a majority share. It's a group of guys, not just one guy, obviously, that, owns this team. Even Magic Johnson is a small owner of the Dodgers as well. But Todd Bowley is who I'm thinking of. A lot of you may know who Todd Bowley because of the billions of dollars that he spends in the European football and with Chelsea and what the Mazes that they've been able to do in these last few years and not winning nothing. But hey, that's a transfer window. He bought a lot of young players and he's expecting them to grow into something. But we're not talking soccer here. We're not talking some football. We're talking baseball here. And the Dodgers spent $1.4 billion on 5 key players. Catcher Will Smith, Shohei Ohtani. Let me see Shohei Ohtani, right-hander Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I totally like Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It shouldn't have been that slow. My bad. Tyler Glasnow. What? They got Oscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez. Paying him $24 million for 1 year. Wow, they got a team. They got a team this year for real. But yeah, just between Tyler Glasnow, Yamamoto, Otani and Oshino and Will Smith. I don't know why I forgot his name. I'm reading it right here. It's so weird. Yeah, but it's just between the three of them, we're seeing, a $1.4 billion spent. And that's not even talking about Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and the rest of the, great players that they got over there in that bullpen. But for me, it's just like a thing where a lot of people will come, oh my God, they're spending so much money, this and that. And I hear that too, because I've just been watching baseball. I haven't watched my whole life, but for a few years now, I've been keeping up with the sport. And, there's a good bunch of teams that don't spend money, a good bunch of owners that is it just like forbidden? No, it's not forbidden, but they just find it more profitable. I'm not even gonna say they find it better to, get through the ranks. It's all about money. They find it way more profitable to bring somebody up through the minors and be able to, to have him turn into a Shohei Ohtani instead of spending on a Shohei Ohtani. And then, hopefully have him trade out, a good team that's been able to, have some great players. I mean, some amazing players, and then kind of fizzled out, traded out, some superstar players, able to get some young talent back and not using a lot in free agency this season. It's like an example for me is the Nationals. I might be a newbie because the Nationals have been doing this for a while, since they lost Schwarber and all them boys, bro. They had a team back in the day. But yeah, just looking at that, it's something that like, this is how baseball is. This is how baseball is. But I am not one of those people that comes, hey man, they're spending too much money. I want to see this. I want to see if it'll work. Because it's not like the Dodgers won last year. You know what I'm saying? They spent a lot of money last year, too. They spent a little bit more with Ohtani and Yamamoto, and then they re-signed Will Smith. Like, come on. We'll see it. We'll see if this works. Obviously, it's not a sure bet because they'd have every single World Series, right? But it'd be an interesting watch. Definitely a game that you got to turn on, even with all the betting controversy with Shohei Ohtani and whatever. Today's game with the Dodgers and the Cardinals is going to be one to watch. If you're going to start your baseball season, I'd highly recommend that one. I mean, the biggest stars playing as well. You're probably gonna see a lot of runs on that as well, right? Fun baseball game to watch. You don't, as a rookie, you don't want to go into, and this is from a rookie speaking from experience. I'm a new novice intermediate. Like I just moved up a level. I still don't know half of the sport, man. I'm still learning a lot. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Just as you're learning on the Game Time Gazette, I am also learning on the Game Time Gazette. But I know that it's not even something that's a secret. For a rookie, it'll be very hard for you to watch a close game 0-0 into the 8th inning, 7th inning. Rare. Those are rare, but it will happen. There's 182 games. Or 162, something like that. So it'll happen. You'll see it happen. And you'll probably see it happen once or twice today. Really low scoring game. Really slow game because it is baseball. As much as they put the pitch clock there, this and that, it's a slow game, right? It's called a pastime for a reason because they wanted you to have this from the morning till night. I don't understand it. Just like tennis, man. Tennis could go on for 10 hours. 10 hours tennis match. Obviously, it doesn't happen, but 4 hours are common in tennis. 5 hours happen in tennis. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 hours are super common in tennis. Like 3 hour match. Oh yeah, especially when you're versing, when you're getting to the later parts of the tournament and you're versing the better competition. The rallies are longer, this and that. It's just a long, long game, and then in a baseball game, it's like, it'll be like a 2-1 count, like one batter out, let's say bottom of the fifth, 2-1 count, one batter out, one on first base. Man, they'll go. It's possible. I've done it on the game before. I've seen it happen before. Foul ball, 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 foul ball. And it'll be one batter. It'll be one batter for 20 minutes. It'll be one batter for 20 minutes. So obviously, you don't want to look at the sport and be like, hey, this is going to be a fun day to watch some baseball, fun day to make some money for sure. But watch an exciting game. Don't, obviously there's going to be people on the internet that have been watching baseball for years. Understand they've been watching this sport for years. They understand this sport. They understand what makes it fun. They love it. So the boring games excite them. Don't watch what they're watching. Watch the Shohei Ohtanis and the Mookie Betts. And it's like watching the Lakers, bro. If you're a new basketball fan, you're gonna watch where all the stars are. You're gonna watch the Warriors. You're gonna watch the Clippers. You're gonna watch the Nuggets. You're gonna watch the good teams. Watch a good team today. Another great game to watch for today. Yankees Astros should have quite a bit of runs in there. Blue Jays Rays should have a few runs in there. Giants Padres. Both of those teams, Giants, Padres, are going to be teams to watch this season. As you know, everybody just, I guess, kind of counting out the Padres and the Giants just because of the division they're in. And you could guess where they are. They're with the Dodgers, right? Diamondbacks are going to be a great team. That game against the Rockies isn't going to be a great one, though. Diamondbacks should take it pretty convincingly. I'm gonna give my best bets out, and then I'm gonna just head out of here. And then you're gonna be back with me next week, and then we'll recap everything from UFC Fight Night to every single NBA game to all the European football coming back as well. Opa. Champions League coming back soon too. So I'll just give out my picks, and then we'll be back next week. All right. So for my first pick on the day, I had it laid out here. So I have Twins Royals under 8.5. This is a team. Both of these teams. Obviously, you don't want to use last year's stats or anything into it too much. But both pitchers, I'm not getting the names and everything on this, but both pitchers, they pitch a good hand. They don't walk too many batters. It's not that they strike out a lot of batters, but they get the outs, and they don't allow a lot of runs. When both of these teams played last season, in 3 of the 4 outings that they played, or in 3 of the 4 outings that both of these pitchers played, I think it went under 5 runs, and the total is under 8.5. So I really like the Twins and Royals under. I like the Pirates to get a opening day victory against the Marlins. 2 even teams in my opinion, and Vegas kind of follows that sentiment. Pirates with just plus 110. I like Mitch Keller on the mound as well to be able to pitch a great game. All you need is 6-7 innings from him. If he could give 7, Pirates win out today. Really like the Pirates. Remember, this is first day as well, so obviously bet responsibly. Don't bet too much. Lock in a $10 parlay or lock in a $10 little 2-leg or something, because honestly, you won't know a lot until like game 10. This is baseball. There is a lot of baseball games. It's not, you won't know a lot until game 2. Probably sometimes you don't even know anything until game 20. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of baseball games, but they play every day. I mean, all these teams that I'm naming out today, most of these guys are playing tomorrow. And if they don't win today, then what if they win tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? So bet responsibly, right? Next, the last one, I gave out 2. So the last one is Nationals against Reds. I got the Reds on the money line. I really like their lineup, their bullpen, and I like them to just be able to ice out the Nationals. Nationals, as I said, a team that, they traded away all their stars. It's been years in the making and kind of rebuilding up and getting new stars from their minor programs and all of that fun stuff. But, I really like these picks to be able to get the win today. So, check me out on Twitter at the Game Time Gazette, where if you don't take the picks, I'll keep you updated on the picks that we're taking here today. And if I go 3-0, maybe you follow the Game Time Gazette on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok and everywhere you see on social media, because I'm out there. I'm everywhere now. And I'll be making a Telegram and a Discord for the bettors. Have a congregation, have a place for you guys to talk and share all your frustrations, because there is a lot, man. It's you're not doing an easy job betting. It's you're setting yourself out to lose a little bit of money for sure. But yeah, this has been a pretty cool week. It's been pretty cool episodes. I love you guys for joining me on another week. Until next week, gonna get some refresh, watch all the sports I can this weekend, enjoy some European football. And I'll be back with you guys on Monday. And as always, it's been your host, Isaiah Aneni. This has been the Game Time Gazette. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.